Stacy, something very funny happened actually this week. I was walking with my friend's dog in some park near my house, and they have this big community of people who are dog owners. It's very funny because they come to you, they speak 10 minutes with you, after they come to another dog and they speak while the dogs are playing with each other. And I met an old lady who's had a very interesting dog actually.
What kind of dog?
It was a Chihuahua.
Oh,
Yeah, very cute, white Chihuahua, and he was so scared. And she told me that he changed the owner 3 times, and that's why he's like a traumatized dog, and that's why he acts a little bit weird. But it's not what I wanted to say. It's because she asked me like in that Russian way, like, if it's not a secret, where are you from? And I was like, I'm from Brazil, I told her. And she was like, oh my God, such a surprise, because I was wondering if you were from some country next to us, like Georgia or Armenia, but you don't look like them. And but you're also not so white as European people. And I was like, yes, because in Brazil we have like a lot of people very white, but also black people or intermediate, and I am in this middle way, right? Because and then I told her because I had a grandfather which was a native, and that's why I have this natural color,
darker tone.
Yes.
Actually, that is very interesting because Brazil has so many nationalities and it's so mixed that it's impossible to tell from the person where they're from,
Yes.
What ancestry they have, and so it's actually it's quite unexpected. I would never guess that. Because the only thing that I heard about you, about your ancestry, is that you have some Jewish roots.
Yes.
That's it. So I thought that maybe like the darker hair color and the darker skin color might come from there. But apparently it's not.
Or it is as well, right? Because I have European roots, I have Jewish, I have this native. Native, I mean like Indians. Like, if someone doesn't know that we call it natives too.
And why do you know? Let's tell the story of why they're called not natives, why they're called Indians.
So they are called Indians because when I don't remember, it was Colombo. Colombo was the guy who discovered America, like whole America, and the guy who found Brazil was Pedro Álvares Cabral. So I don't know which one was who called the native people Indians, because they thought they were going to India, actually, to this Silk Way. Is it Silk Way?
China. No, the Silk Route, I think it's called.
Silk Route. Yes, they were going to this Silk Route to buy spices, tissues.
Silk Road, actually.
I don't know too. It can be road.
I think it's Silk Road. Yes.
It's road?
Yeah, connecting East Asia and Southeast Asia.
So
with Arabian Peninsula, yeah.
Okay, so they were going to this Silk Road up to India, and they thought that they arrived there, but actually they didn't stay during the way, and they ended up in America, yes. And so they called people Indians, and they thought like, oh, so it's like this that an Indian person looks like, but it was actually a native person from Brazil. After they found out that, and no, that's why the name is Indian.
Yeah, so they totally mixed up the opposite sides of the world.
Exactly.
Very funny. And actually, I think last time when we recorded the previous episode, we talked a little bit about Indians, but we didn't include it in our previous episode because it was mostly about the influence of Africans and their culture on Brazilian culture now. So should we share a little bit about the history of native people in Brazil?
You will not speak about the nationalities of Russia?
I will.
Ah, okay. I thought we would go in this order. Okay. Yes. Actually, it's a very interesting story as well, because in the Indians, the native people from Brazil, actually they are the owners of the Brazilian lands.
Mhm.
But as every colonizer country, they
Colonized country.
colonizer, the country which
You mean
colonizes.
the country that okay.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So every colonizer country thinks that he is the one who found the land and who can take it for them. So they started to try. Actually, they tried to make these native people as slaves. But the native people, they don't have this conception of working for someone or working for money. They work for survival, right? And like sometimes. Guys, we have a monster here.
Okay.
It's our new producer. No, so they don't have this conception of for working for.
Wait, sorry. It's not conception, it's kind of concept. I just realized
the
conception is something completely different.
Concept. What's conception?
Conception is when people have sex and they make babies.
No, in Portuguese it's very similar to conceito e concepção.
Yeah.
And like it's a fake friend, right? Okay, so they don't have this.
They don't have this concept.
They don't have this concept of working for money, working for. Why did you still laughing? God.
Okay.
Maria, stop laughing.
Just drink your tea.
She's crying.
I'm laughing because of the conception.
Yes, I know.
Okay. So these native people, they don't have this concept of working for money or working for someone, because they work for survival usually, right? And they rest whenever they want, and they work whenever they need.
So there's no such thing as working a lot for no reason.
Exactly.
They only do it when they need to.
Because they don't need to buy things, right? So they tried to enslave them, the Europeans, but at some point they saw that it wouldn't work, because they were not working as hard as a slave, for example, from Africa. And they started to kill them, because another problem was they wanted their lands, and the native people also wanted to fight for them. So they started to kill all the native people. Like right now, we have such a small amount of native people still living in Brazil, and it's very sad because they still do that.
They still kill them?
Yes, because they want the lands to for making this agro-business to make it bigger and bigger always.
Yeah, I heard that they mostly live in Amazonia.
Mostly in Amazonian, yes, region, but also we have a few tribes still all over the country, and they are very different from each other, and it's a very interesting culture actually. Nowadays we have like some organizations. We have some organizations which protect them, try to protect at least. Because they had this since the past, they are being persecuted.
Yeah, that's quite sad. This makes me think about the situation in Russia. It's very different, because people have been living here for thousands and thousands of years, people have been mixing between each other. So there was no such thing as some kind of recent colonization. And the amount of nationalities in Russia is more than 160.
Oh my God! Yes, when I heard first time this, I was in this preparatory faculty, and they told like more than 100 nationalities living in Russia, and I was like, oh my God! And because they really think they have this concept of being from another nationality, even though they were born in Russia, right?
Yeah.
Explain us about that.
Actually, there is the word for the language, Russian language, is Ruski, and people sometimes mix it up because it's like if you want to say the nationality, sometimes people would say the same word, Ruski, but actually, if you say that, it's going to be wrong and actually quite offensive to some people because Ruski is only the Slavic part, yeah, so only the Slavic nationality. And we have, as I said, so many other nationalities. Most of them are actually quite small groups. There are only 7 really big groups that are that have more than 1 million people. And if you want to say the nationality as in somebody who was born in Russia, you have to say a different word, the one that comes from the name of the country. Yeah, so the name of the country is Россия. So the person who has the Russian passport is Россиянин or Россиянка, like male, female. Yeah,
and this it's for
everybody.
everybody.
Yeah, it's the nationality as in passport, the passport that you have. But we have. Excuse-moi.
Помаши ручкой.
Это не лайф, не бойся. Мы тебя вырежем.
Я что-то совсем забыл. Ты хотел...
Найди,
пожалуйста. We have a snake here, guys.
We are ghosts.
The guys will be afraid of our video because we have a monster, now we have a snake.
Yeah. Okay.
No, I think it's a very informative episode.
So if you say Россиянин, then you talk about the person who was born in Russia and has Russian nationality. But if you say Русский, Русская, then you are only talking about one of the many nationalities. And these nationalities, I don't even know how to explain where they all come from. There are just so many. And many of them even have their own language. They definitely have their own culture. So it's actually very interesting. And back in the Soviet times, this whole idea of having a country that is multinational was something that the country was very proud of. They used to have those posters everywhere with people with different skin colors, different face shapes, with different eye shapes, and just people that were completely different, and they were all together. So I really love that idea of I really liked that they were promoting that. And to be honest, this is something I feel is really missing right now in Russia. I hope that they will go back to realizing that the country is very, very multinational, and it is definitely something to be proud of. I don't know why
It is.
Yeah, these days people are not very proud of that, and there's nothing coming from, from up to down. Like there is no so there is no propaganda in that sense now happening in the country, unfortunately, and I hope that one day we will actually go back to that again.
Yes, actually, now I just remembered about something, or reminded about
No,
something.
remember.
I just remembered about something because, for example, some people they say that, for example, like Dagestan, right? It's a very dangerous place. Like only I don't know, gopes live there or Bratam, but like actually it's a very beautiful place. I've seen pictures of it.
I really want to go there. The nature there is so
Yes,
amazing.
and a lot of people are very nice actually. And like the babushkas there are crazy, seriously, crazy in a good way, guys. Like because babushkas, we know that everywhere in the world they cook very good. They are very like lovely, and there it's the same. Like I've tried some babushka food. Babushka is a word for grandmother in Russian, by the way. and it's amazing. They have amazing culture.
Yeah, I hope that one day I'm gonna go to Dagestan because I really want to go to that one particular beautiful spot that I've seen on the internet. But we'll see.
By the way, we should share a picture in our file on Telegram about this.
Yeah,
people can definitely see how beautiful.
Yeah, the nature there
place.
is absolutely amazing. I think people who like hiking, they would love that place for sure. Another thing that I want to talk about is something very unusual and very interesting. I don't think many people know about this. There is a community of, let's say, Russian people in Brazil. They are actually called Old Believers. So they are the people who left the country back in the Soviet times after the revolution, because the revolution changed something very important in the culture. Это точно слышно. So they're the people who left the country after the revolution, because what happened was that religion was prohibited. So everybody who still had faith, who was still very strong in their beliefs, who were mostly Orthodox, right? They had to flee the country. A lot of them actually fled to Asia. They went to China, and from there they continued to other regions, to other places on Earth. And there is a very big community in Brazil.
Yes.
Have you ever heard about that?
Yes, I even watched this kind of
a documentary
on YouTube, I guess, about this small village where even like they speak a Brazilian kind of Russian language.
Yeah, like they speak Russian with a very strong Brazilian accent.
Yes, and also like me, with like grammar a little bit wrong, without the cases of the Russian language. They speak like they are Brazilians speaking Russian.
Yeah, that's funny.
With accent and without grammar. We can even share the link for this.
Yeah, I think this is definitely something interesting to watch. People should watch it. Yeah. Okay, so now we have to go back to natives in Brazil. Okay, we're already in Brazil. How do we go back to that?
Okay, so we are speaking about these Russian people in Brazil, and we can say I said that these people are speaking right like Brazilians, and I was like, we can say so by the way, in Portuguese we even have we still have a lot of words that came from the dialects of native people.
Can you share some of them?
Of course, I have plenty of them.
Okay, let's look at them.
So a very famous one that is the word for, of course, Stacy, you know, carioca.
Oh my god, that's like one of the first words that comes into my mind when I think about Brazil, because that's the kind of language that I started learning, carioca, Brazilian Portuguese. Yeah, so of people from Rio de Janeiro.
Exactly. So carioca means people which was born in the, I'm not sure if it was I think in the state of Rio de Janeiro, not only in the city of Rio de Janeiro. And carioca, it means cari. It is oh fuck.
White man.
No, cari. Yes, cari is white man. So even Maria knows already. So cari, it means white man, and oca, it's this kind of houses where the natives sleep, made by, it's grass, right?
You're asking me?
No, I will show
I'm
you a
not sure.
picture.
I don't
I will
know.
show you a picture because I don't know the name of this material in English. I guess it's grass. Okay.
Some dried grass.
Dry grass, yes. You see, like this.
Yeah, so some dry grass, yeah.
So, cari it means white man, and oca it means white. White. It means dry grass.
No, it means the house made of dry grass.
I even didn't smoke. Cari.
Maybe you should.
Yes. Cari it means white man, and oca it's this house for the which native people are living, made by dry grass.
Very interesting.
Yes. So I guess they put carioca for the name of people who came from Europe, and they were sleeping in these houses in the beginning, right? Like a guest.
Maybe, yeah.
Another word, very funny actually, because everywhere this fruit is called ananas, but in Portuguese it is
Abacaxi.
abacaxi, exactly. And everywhere is ananas, but we have this word from the Tupi. Tupi Guarani guys are this huge tribe in Brazil, and they were not only in one spot of the country or of the continent, because of course Amazonian region, it's not only in Brazil, but they were in many spots of the country. And this abacaxi, it means perfumed fruit.
Perfumed fruit.
Perfumed fruit, like because the smell of this fruit was so nice, they were even making perfumes from this fruit.
Wow.
Like not perfumes like we know, but some kind of for the women have a good smell.
Very interesting.
Yes. Another word. How we say hi in Portuguese?
Oi.
Exactly. It's a word also from the Tupi, and it's used until nowadays. And as well, we have the word hola, which is very similar with the hola in Spanish, but oi, it's a Tupi word.
And in Russian, oi means oops.
Exactly. No, let me change. Say it again. You know why? Because I am addicted to say exactly.
Okay.
And I'm listening to the podcast and again I said
like the way you pronounce it.
Why?
No, just nice.
Say it again.
Okay. And in Russian, the word oi means oops.
Oh, yes. Because, you know, it took me some time to start to say oi as a oops.
Yeah, and for Russians, when Brazilian people say oi, when they say hello, it sounds so funny. And for you, I guess, every time a person in Russia says oops, you think that they're saying hi to you.
Yeah,
It's so funny.
In the beginning, I was really thinking, I was like, oh, who is saying hi to me? Okay, let's go to the next word, which will be tapioca.
Another food from Brazil.
Actually, it's a very interesting food, right? Because it's like our pancake, which is at the same time a bread. The name came actually from this. Tapi, it means bread. Oca, the same as carioca, house. So house of bread, it was this place where they were making this kind of pancake or bread or bed.
What?
No, this kind of pancake or bread. What's happening to me?
Okay, say it again.
Okay, so tapioca, it was actually this place where they were cooking. They were trying to make this kind of bread or pancake as you want.
And what is it made of?
It's made of manioc, which is mandioca.
Mm-hmm. Manioc and mandioca are the same things?
The same thing, yes.
Okay.
Mandioca, for those who doesn't know, it's this kind of
Root plant.
yes, very delicious, very like we can prepare in many plates or dishes.
Yeah, we can prepare many dishes.
Many dishes. We can prepare many dishes with this vegetable.
Така крисата. Okay, so we can.
So we can prepare many dishes with this vegetable. I think I can say vegetable.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
it's
and the
delicious.
last one.
And the last one will be something that Brazilians love.
Love.
And-
Pipoca.
Yes, pipoca. Pipoca, it means popcorn.
It's such a funny word for me. It sounds just hilarious. I don't know why, but it sounds hilarious to me.
And you know, also this word contains oca.
Yeah, so many of them have oka at the end.
Yes.
But now I will forever remember that oka means house. But what does popcorn have to do with house?
Yeah, I guess it's because like people, it's this thing that explodes for them. So something that explodes, right? Something that makes this sound of boom.
So that's the first part of the word.
Yes, so it's something that can explode inside of the house.
Okay, interesting. Okay, maybe we should actually look up the etymology of this word.
No, but it's true. What it's like this kind of like guess. What can explode inside of your house? Pipoca.
Sudden burst of a surface from old to be pipoca.
So it's the thing.
Send your questions to us so that we can answer them in our next episodes.
Exactly.
You can also post backstage.
And also, there is a new thing. We will start uploading our backstage onto YouTube. So you can actually see how we record our podcast, and you can see most of our funny moments when we forget things or where we say something wrong.
Or something wrong happens, like some snake passes by or some monster.
Yeah, so we will share the link to our YouTube video very soon. So don't forget to check that out as well. And thank you for listening, and see you soon.
Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Bye.